Everyone and welcome back to a new video on the channel. Now today we're going to be grading every 26 Wrexham player in this squad for the 2019-20 season. This is going to be a very I think we're going to have different opinions on some players, but Wrexham is our home club, that's why we're doing it. And the first position we have three goalkeepers. The first one is Christian Dibble. This goalkeeper played 13 times this season when he came in for the injured Rob Lainton. He's a good shot stopper and a good penalty saver, but he does make the odd occasional mistake, as shown when we played our rival Stockport at home when that cross went through his hands and to make it 2-0 to Stockport. He joined in 2017 and has been decent. Obviously, we're only going from this season though. I'm going to give Christian Dibble a C.
Yeah, like Liam said, he's a good shot stopper. He's a bit dodgy on crosses now. Penalty saving, he's good. He's the son of the former Man City and Wales goalkeeper Andy Dibble, so he's got a good pedigree in goalkeeping. He's made a few mistakes in his last run of first team games. I think fans were starting to expect him to make a mistake.
Yeah.
And it got to him. I think it's unlikely he's going to take the number 1 jersey off Lainton. So I'm going to give Christian Dibble C.
So we would agree on that, shake hands, but we have to elbow on that. Next goalkeeper is Rob Lainton, our first choice goalkeeper. This keeper, I think, is League One standard, in my opinion. He joined from Port Vale. No one had really heard of him before he joined. Everyone was just going to be like, is it going to be another alright goalkeeper we get? But he's turned out to be one of the best goalkeepers we've ever had, and he's one of the best players at the club. Rob Lainton, A-star plus.
Yeah, he's the undisputed number 1 keeper. Like Liam said, when we signed him, everyone was like, who is this Lainton? But he's proved to be such a good signing. He's consistent, he's very, very vocal, he never shuts up. Sometimes his kicking isn't the best, that's the only thing. He's
improved on that this season. Last season it was very, the odd occasional low drilled.
Yeah, I would say, definitely. And I would say he's probably the best keeper we've had in the last 20 years at the club. I've given Rob Lainton A-star plus.
Oh, so we agree on the first two. Another elbow. The next goalkeeper is Dawid Szczebaniak. This Polish keeper looks like he's got a pot of noodles on his head. He started the occasional cup game in the Scottish Cup, and he's not a very good signing at all. But he did save a penalty against Scottish High-Flying Championship side Ayr United. Sorry, Ayr United. He's young. I think he's got an alright future ahead. Dawid Szczebaniak, I'm giving you a D.
Yeah, our number 3 keeper.
Don't think he'll ever get any game time, to be honest.
He's young. Like Liam said, only one first team appearance. I think he oozes confidence. He looks a very, very confident goalkeeper. He's not the biggest in terms of his build. He's tall, but he's not solid sort of thing. I can't see him breaking into the first team, and I can't see him being at our...
I can't even see him being our number 2, to be honest.
I can't see him being with us when his contract runs out. So I've given the goalkeeper with the noodles on his head D.
Oh my God, so we agree on all 3 of the goalkeepers, but I don't think this is going to be one we agree on next. It's our left back, James Jennings. Another great player. He's a solid fullback. He's injured at the minute. Another player who has stayed loyal to the club and could easily be playing League 2 standard, as shown when he was at Forest Green and Cheltenham. He has scored some bangers as well. James Jennings, a B.
Yeah, an experienced left back. Likes to support the attack as well. Can whip in some good crosses. Sometimes you can get a little bit caught out against fast opposition. Yeah. But he's a good servant to the club, and I've given James Jennings B.
Oh my God, 4 in a row. Sean Pearson. This is a huge fan's favourite and a huge figure around the club. He's the captain, he's the leader, he's the legend. He's been amazing since he first ever wore the Wrexham shirt. He shows amazing passion and never gives up. He's such a great captain, and again, one of the best captains we've had in the odd decade or so. A+, Sean Pearson.
Yeah, Sean's a good old-fashioned centre-back, no nonsense, takes no prisoners. I think he's the best centre-back in this league. And I would say probably Keats' best signing. I've given Sean Pearson a star plus.
Oh, so we don't agree on that one. I gave him an A plus. Doug Tam. This is a young big centre back who has shone when he has played in the first team, but he's got loaned out too many times. Hasn't had a chance to show his full potential in the first team. He keeps getting loaned out to different clubs, but he's a good one for the future. I'm sorry, Doug Tam, I've given you an A.
Ooh. Yeah, he's a young defender. He's never had a fair run in the first team, I don't think. When we've seen him playing, he's looked all right. Yeah. He's not looked out of place. He looks confident.
Good long throwing as well.
He looks all right. Like I said, he's in and out of the club too much. So we've not seen the best of him. I've given Doug Tam C.
Ooh, Jake Lawler. He looked a bit shaky when he first joined the club. He's settled in well now. He's good alongside Sean Pearson at the back. He can also play in central defensive midfield or centre midfield. He's calm and he's composed on the ball and another good player in the air. Jake Lawler, I'm giving you a B.
Oh yeah, Pearson's centre back partner. I like him again. He's a no-nonsense defender, but he uses the ball well, stays very calm, like Liam said. On his day, nothing gets past him. He goes about things quite quietly, doesn't he? He's not very vocal on the pitch. But yeah, good defender to have. I've given Jake Lawler B.
Oh, another one we agree on. Kieran Kennedy. Well, to be honest, he does try, but he doesn't look the defender we need alongside the partnership duo of Pearson and Lawler, not Kennedy. Often makes mistakes and looks nervous on the ball. He does try though, but then again, we did lose him to Port Vale and then he's come straight back to us, which shows Port Vale clearly don't want him. Kieran Kennedy, I've given you a C.
Yeah, unimpressed with Kieran Kennedy. Always looks like a mistake in him, looks nervous on the ball, like Liam says. Rarely plays the ball out further than 4 or 5 yards, the nearest player. So unadventurous sometimes, it's painful. Yeah. He gets caught out a lot. He just doesn't look like a defender to me.
No.
I don't know. I can't see what he brings to the team. I don't know why Keats has persevered with him. Yeah. I don't know what Port Vale have seen in him.
Jesus, no.
Kieran Kennedy, F.
Oh, God. Jazzy Barnum Bob. He did impress in pre-season, but then again, thinking about it, the one game he did surprisingly well in was a game against a Welsh Premier League side called Kevin Druids, which is no surprise. He's quick, but at the start, he did start the first 10 games or so and looked shaky and quickly got replaced at the right-back spot. He's used in cup games, and that is it. And now he's unheard of. Jazzy Barnum Bob, I've given you an E.
Oh, yeah, I put there's nothing jazzy about Jazzy Barnum Bob.
Really?
To put it nicely, I think he's dreadful. We had a right-back last year, Kevin Roberts, who got a lot of stick off supporters.
Yeah.
But compared to Barnum Bob, I think Kevin Roberts was a hell of a defender. Yeah. I'm glad he's been dropped. I hope he doesn't come back to team. Jazzy Barnum Bob, F.
Blimey, 2 Fs you've dished out now. Jordan Thompson, the young 20-year-old defender. He looks nothing but dodgy. He's only played 5 games, and I hope they're his last. Something has seriously gone wrong since he has joined Wrexham, whether it's settling in, but he's just not been the right back we need. F.
Yeah, we've not really seen enough of him to make any proper judgment, but he hasn't looked too great in the games we've seen. Yeah. We saw him against Eastleigh.
Oh, dreadful.
And he was absolutely dreadful. Having said that, I think it's unfair to give him a lower ranking than I have because we've not seen much of him, so I've given Jordan Thompson D.
Tyler Garrett, the experienced defender who is on loan from our rival Stockport County. He's played for the likes of Bolton Wanderers, Wimbledon, Doncaster, and the highest level he played is the Championship, and that wasn't even that far back, 2015-16. Unfortunately, he is injured, which is, again, another bad loss, but then again, the season is probably going to get called off. He's only got to play 3 games, like I've just said. It's a shame because we look to have a great, experienced left-back to cover James Jennings whilst he's injured. Not enough to see of him. Tyler Garrett, I've given you a D.
Yeah, he looks okay. Like Liam said, he's a very experienced defender, and not too long ago was playing in the Championship.
Yeah.
Not seen enough of him to give him a true grade, I don't think, so I've gone with a D.
Oh, agree on that one. Moving on to midfielders, Luke Summerfield, 32-year-old midfielder. He's previously been at York, Bournemouth, Shrewsbury, Leyton Orient, Plymouth, Grimsby and Cheltenham, so he has been round a lot. He's played 30 games for Wrexham this season. He's a good player in the centre of the park. Often has an off day, but it's rare now. He's settled in well. Luke Summerfield, I've given you a B.
Yeah, experienced midfielder, great passer of the ball, used the ball well. A bit unlucky with injuries, wasn't he? So let's hope he stays fit. Luke Summerfield, when he's on top of his game, is probably one of the best midfielders in the league. It reminds me a little bit of Darren Ferguson, who used to play for us, the way he spots passes that no one else can see. So I've put Luke Summerfield B.
Moving on to Bobby Grant. Oh yeah, B. Bobby Grant, a player that's coming on loan at League One side Accrington Stanley. He had 7 in 27 for Wrexham. He always put 100% in and wore the shirt with pride. It's a shame to see him go. Accrington will probably sign him on a permanent transfer at the end of the season. I liked him a lot and he did a lot for the club. Bobby Grant, even though you're out on loan, I've given you a B.
Yeah, like Liam's out on loan at the moment. Unfortunately, had a few run-ins with a couple of fans and social media. He wasn't popular with a lot of fans. I admired his work rate. I admired his determination. I thought he was very unlucky in front of goal at times. I don't think he's going to be coming back, which is a shame because I really think he could have done a job for us in the right position.
Yeah.
He was always seemed to be played in the wrong position. So I've given Bobby Grant B.
Oh, agree on another one. Devontae Redmond, former Manchester United trainee. He's done well for Salford last season, getting them promoted, playing 24 times. He joined us with so much potential. He's played 20 games, 2 goals, 4 assists. He has been probably Wrexham's biggest flop this season. It's a shame he doesn't play regularly because on his day he's a top-class player and could easily be playing in the EFL. C.
Yeah, apparently he turned down bigger clubs to join us. Came to us so highly rated. I thought, wow, we've got the next Messi. He must be something special, but we've not seen any of it really. Is he out injured at the moment?
I'm not sure.
He's not in the side at the moment, so we don't know what's going on. Very, very disappointing. Excuse me, very disappointing signing. I've given Devontae Redmond D.
Davis Keeler-Dunn. Ooh, he looks some player. From the game we've seen against Eastleigh, he likes to take players on. He's tricky, he's skillful, and he's nothing but positive. Keats has done a good signing here and a bargain from considering he was a free agent. Because we haven't seen much of him so far, I'm going to give him a C, but that could soon change in the near future.
Yeah, he's a positive attacking player. He's always looking to take players on or move the ball forward at pace, which is something we've been seriously lacking the last few seasons. His attacking mentality is something we desperately need. I really like the look of this player. I've given Davis Keeler-Dunn, tongue twist.
Davis Keeler-Dunn.
Davis Keeler-Dunn, excuse me, B.
Dan Jarvis. This is again another very skillful young midfielder who joined on a 2-year contract from Stoke. This player looks just what we needed. Keats has done, again, some top business. I'm giving Dan Jarvis a B.
Yeah, I think he's quite a similar player to Keeler-Dunn in the fact that he likes to attack players, attack defenders, always looking to get forward. He shows great flashes of skill on the first match we saw. Some of the skills he was doing we were like, wow. Yeah. He's really exciting to watch. You never quite know what he's going to do you? He's got that unexpectedness about him. Him and Dunn have been great signings by Keats. Dan Jarvis, B.
Oh, yes. Another agreement. Jay Harris. Tough, tackling, solid midfielder. 4 words to describe him. He left us for Tranmere in 2015, but he's recently rejoined us from Macclesfield. Obviously, the trouble they're in. He's a fan's favourite and wears the shirt with pride. Jay Harris, I've given you an A. Yeah,
ex-midfielder's recently re-signed for us. Tough tackler, good passer, never gives up, covers every part of the pitch.
Yeah,
so pleased he's come back. He's just what we need. Jay Harris, A.
Yes, another one. Kyle Barker. Well, young midfielder on loan from Posh, Peterborough United. Darren Ferguson did recommend him recommend him to Wrexham. He's a 19-year-old, inexperienced midfielder. He's played once. Nothing else to say. I've given you an E.
Yeah, he's on loan. Yet to see him play, so can't really rate him. So I've given him a U. Only because I haven't seen him. I don't know what he's about. Ungraded. So.
Mark Carrington. He's been at Wrexham for nearly 7 years. He's very loyal to the club. Doesn't have the stamina he used to have when he first joined us, but he's been great. He's a great servant to the club and always puts 100% in. Mark Carrington, no other than an A-star plus.
Oh yeah, longest current serving player at the club. He's played in most positions in defence and midfield. Very versatile, very consistent, greatly underrated in my opinion. A-star plus.
Yes, I originally had written down an A, but I changed it then because I thought he's a great player to the club. Paul Rutherford, tricky, skillful winger who we signed in 2016 from the Sandgrounders. He always tries, but most of the time the stuff he tries isn't successful, which is a shame because he's a good, tricky winger. And when we play teams like Newport and teams in the FA Cup in front of the cameras, he's really impressed. And teams will obviously be looking at him from there, but if you could see his league form, he isn't really that best.
No.
I've given him a B.
Yeah, his work rate is second to none. He always gives 100%. You can't fault his effort.
Yeah.
Never stops. He's maybe not as productive as he has been at previous clubs. We just need to stop knocking high balls up to him because he's not the tallest player in the world.
Yeah.
Paul Rutherford, B.
Oh, another agreement. Akil Wright, ever since he joined permanently from Fleetwood, he seems a bit scared, if you want to say. Yeah. But when he was on loan, he'd win every battle in the midfield. It's strange what's happened to this player. I've given him a C.
Yeah, he's impressive when he was on loan with us. As soon as he signed permanently, his performance has just dropped and dropped and dropped.
Very strange.
I don't know what's going on with him, like Liam said. I've given Akil Wright D.
Ooh, Luke Young. He runs the midfield. He's our best player in the team. I'm sticking my neck out there and saying it. He's a great passer, great at long shots, and we are very lucky to keep hold of this player because he could easily be playing League 2, even League 1.
Yeah.
A-star plus, as you expected.
He is my joint favourite player at the club.
Yeah.
Never gives up. Good ball winner. Passes the ball well as well. He's got an eye for goal and he scores some absolute belters for us and Torquay, his previous club.
Yeah.
Luke Young, A-star plus.
Other agreement. Jason Oswell. He is great in the air. He's a big striker who can score. It's a shame we don't play him more because on his day he's a prolific goal scorer as shown when he was at Newtown, Stockport and stuff, but we aren't giving him the chance, so I've given him a C.
C, yeah. A big centre forward. He's not been given a fair run in the side by Keats. For what reason, I don't know, because I rate him. I like him.
I think Wrexham fans do rate him.
I don't think he's going to re-sign for us when his contract runs out. I think he's unwanted at the club, unfortunately. I've given Jason Oswell C.
Ooh, another agreement. This is a player, Leighton McIntosh. I don't even think we both need to say any words for him. D.
Another forward not given a fair run in the side. He's got a hat-trick against St Mirren in the club and looked all right there, but it's hard to judge. Currently out on loan. Doubt he'll be back. D. Another
agreement. JJ Hooper. We had a lot of hope when we signed him. He doesn't put the work rate in required at the club. He looks sloppy. He looks like he doesn't want to be here and he doesn't care. The potential is there. The capability of him getting 20 plus goals in a season is there. He's just not performing and not. He did fake an injury as well at one point when we did go down to Torquay. He didn't want to travel, so he thought he'd say he was injured, which was absolutely shocking. We all thought he'd be gone by Christmas, but things did turn around. He scored a double against Chorley on Boxing Day. Again, JJ Hooper, another C.
Yeah, he's a frustrating forward, isn't he? On his day, I think he's an A-star striker. On an off day, I think he's like C, D.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut him some slack here, and I'm going to say JJ Hooper B.
Ooh, okay, Jordan Ponticelli, big forward. Again, I'm not really a huge fan. I'm going to give him a C.
Oh,
is this going to be
on loan. I think he looks a good striker. He makes some clever runs, as we saw against Eastleigh. He made a really clever run to beat the offside, and then the linesman gave him for offside when it was clearly onside. He looked like he got a real hunger to score. When we saw him against Eastleigh, he was so pumped up to try and score, which is good. Some players don't come on loan and they just don't seem to be arsed. I would like us to sign him permanently so we've got a chance to develop him, because I think he'd do really well at this level. So Jordan Ponticelli, I've given you A.
Blimey, I was just going to say, talking about Ponticelli, was that the last time we'll see him in a Wrexham shirt?
Oh, God,
Which is
a
bit disappointing. So yeah, that's the video. We did grade every Wrexham FC player A to the possible U. 26 players in the squad. Graded them. We agreed on most of them apart from the last one. If you want to see more National League content and content based around Wrexham, then make sure to drop a like target. We haven't done this.
14
14 likes. Smash that if you want to see more National League content, and we'll see you in another video.